प्रेम से बोलिए श्री उमापति महादेव की जय, सत्य सनातन धर्म की जय, सकल पंच की जय 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 सीताराम. Dear devotees, once again I take this opportunity on behalf of the Mandir to extend to you a most cordial and special welcome, and those yet to come, as we are blessed once more with this most divine privilege afforded to us, firstly to be present in this holy shrine of Shankara Bhagavan and to engage ourselves in the holy environment of Satsangh. Satsangh is the holy environment created where three major activities take place with love and devotion: puja, worshiping the feet of the Lord; kirtan, singing and chanting the praises of the Lord with a guileless heart; and devotees, katha, listening to the divine deity of the Lord, which helps very quickly to get the third eye open, that the light of knowledge will dawn, dispelling the darkness of ignorance. Then devotees, control begins to come over the senses of perception and the organs of action. And very quickly, devotees, you're going to see that elevation taking place in your life on that spiritual path. A most cordial and special welcome to all bhaktas and devotees who normally join with us, both nationally, regionally, and internationally on our Facebook page, streaming live by members of the Sant Nagar Hindu Youth Group led by young Rishan Bisai from the Sant Nagar Hindu Temple, branch number 67 of the SDMS of Ojo Road in Sangre Grande, Trinidad, West Indies. A most cordial and special welcome. All by the grace and mercy of Bhagavan Shankar, we have this divine privilege, we take advantage. We have had puja, we have had kirtan, we join in Bhagavan's katha. Let's sit upright as we clasp our hands, close our eyes and bow our head. Reverend devotees, the most beautiful magnetic form of Bhagavan Vishnu. Visualize the Lord possessing that dark hue complexion, a beautiful crown on thy head. With Sankha Chakra Gada Pachman Mala Vibhushitam. Let us visualize the Lord as in the Satyanarayan Katha, relaxing on the eternal serpent Shesha. Mahalakshmi is massaging his feet. All the divinities surrounded the Lord, and they are in prayerful submission. So to O Prabhu, we concentrate on those lotus-like feet of yours, reminding ourselves the mystery of them. Though that foot of yours has the holy river Ganga flowing on earth. When you came as Shri Ram, you redeemed the hill cursed in the rock into a rock. Janak had the privilege to leave them. Goa had the privilege to leave them before being ferried across Ganga. Even Vibhishan sought refuge and was accepted and saved. So to Prabhu we mentally bow on them, craving them once more to bless us with your divine grace, guidance, mercy, divine protection, divine inspiration. But Lord, we crave the greatest of boons that any human can be blessed with, the gift of unswerving, unfaltering, uninterrupted, unflinching, loyal devotion or bhakti to Thee. Keep your focus on those feet as we rever the various divinities, beginning with Sri Ganesh. Hari Om. Sri Ganeshaya Namaha, Sri Saraswati Namaha, Shri Guru Charana Kamalibhyo Namo Namaha. Om Yam Brahma Vedanta Vido Varante, Param Pradhanam Purushanta Thaniye, Veshwar Gate Karanam Ishwaram Va, Tasmai Namo Vigana Vinashanaya. Vinadhare Vipula Mangaladana Shile, Bhaktarti Nashini Viranchi Harisha Vande, Kirti Prade Akhila Manorat De Maharahe, Vidya Pradayini Saraswati Naumine Nityam. Om Guru Brahma Guru Vishnu Gurur Devo Maheshwara, Gurur Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Sri Guruve Namaha. Mukhaṁ karoti vācālam, pangulam yate girim, yat kripatamaham vande, paramananda madhavam. Om Namo Narayanaya. Om Namo Narayanaya. Om Namo Narayanaya. Om Nilambuja Shamal Komalangam Sita Samarpit Vama Bhagam Panu Mahashayak Charu Chapam Namami Ramam Raghavan Sanatam Ramaya Ramabhadraya Ramachandraya Vedase Raghunathaya Nathaya Sitaya Patiye Namaha Ram Rameti Rameti Rame Rame Manorame Sahasranam Taturyam Sri Ram Nama Varanane He Rama Purushottama Narhare Narayan Keshava Govinda Garurarvaja Gunani Deda Murdara Madhava He Krishna Kamalapati Yadupati
Sitapati Shripati
Vaikuntadipate Characharapate Lakshmipate Pahimam Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Vasudevam Sutam Devam Kansachanurmardanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishna Vande
Jagat Guru
Nama Vigyan Rupaye Paramananda Rupine Krishnaya Gopinathaya Govindaya Namo Namam Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya Cha Nanda Gopakumaraya Govindaya
Namo
Namo Brahmanya Devaya Gau Brahman Hitaya Cha Jagadithaya Krishnaya Govindaya
Namo Namaha
Yam Brahma Varuna Indra Rudra Maruta Stunavanti Divyaistavai Vedai Sangha Parkrama Upanishadai Gariyanti Yang Samagha Dhyanavastita Tarkate Namanasa Pashyanti Yang Yogino Yashyantang Navirusura Suraganadevai Tasmai Namaha Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya Shantaya Shambhave Shambhave Namaha Videshwar Namastubhyam Bhuteshwar Namastute Nagendra Haraya Trilochanaya Bhashmangaragaya Maheshwaraya Nityaya Shuddhyaya Digambaraya Tasmai Nagaraya Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Jayanti Mangala Kali Bhadrakali Kapalini Durga Kshama Shiva Dhatri Swaha Swatha
Namostute
Namastute Vyasa Vishala Budhe Purarvindra Yata Patra Netra Yena Tvaya Bharata Talya Purana Prajvalito Jnanam Pradipah Sri Guru Charana Saroja Raja Nij Mana Mukura Sudhar Varno Raghuvar Vimalaya Shah Jotaya Kaphalasha Om Buddhina Tanu Jani Ke Sumiro Pavan Kumar बुद्धि विद्या दिए भूमोहि हर भूकलेश विकार सियापति रामचंद्र जी जय शरणम नाथ मम संकट हरो हरे बोलो श्री विष्णु भगवान की जय. We beg Goddess Saraswati to shower grace upon us and bless us, that may we always possess the sharp and broad intellect, have good memory, eloquence in our speech, melody in our voice, creativity in our hands, mastering musical instruments, all in the field of fine arts and talent. O Devi Daya Raksha Kshama Karo. Jai 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 Shri Saraswati Mata.
Jai 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 Shri Saraswati Mata.
Oh Jai 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 Sri Rama प्रथम विनवमय श्री गणेश को तुझे सरस्वती माँ दीजे मैं विनवती देवा को जो यज्ञ सृष्टि चला Sri Rama Radhika Jai 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 Shri
Saraswati Mata.
Jai 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 Shri
Saraswati Mata.
चौथे मैं विनवा पंच सभी को ध्यान तुझे उलथाम श्री गरुड़ पुराण अनुपम कर निभौ सागर पार करा श्री गरुड़ पुराण सागर पार करा. जय 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 श्री
सरस्वती माता.
ओ जय 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 श्री रमा राधिका
जय 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 श्री
और शक्ति सरस्वती देवी माता की जय. The month of January has gone and is still ready. February is almost halfway. Soon it will finish. The month of May will reach. Now the month of May, on the 30th of May, we will celebrate, they say, 180 years since our forefathers came here. bringing with them the noble pathway of life, having come here to better themselves. And my father used to say that your children should always go at least one step further than where you reach in life. You always look towards bettering yourself. Don't go backwards. Right? Keep going forward. Your parents reach here, you should be here. They had this amount of qualification, go beyond that. Keep moving forward. Skills, talents, all of these and so on. For they showed us the pathway of elevation. That from nothing, you can make something and you can build yourself. And I always advocate this all the time. As a Hindu, you must progress. You're bound to progress and you have to progress. And if you're not progressing your lifestyle wrong, you're not living as you should, as how a Hindu should really live. Because our way of life is meant for progression. You don't have to be a millionaire to be happy. Happiness is in contentment, not in how much you have, assets and so on. Right? Peace of mind and enough to live along in this way. And our way of life shows us that. When you listen to the older people, nobody says that I old-time days, but they knew what they were saying. If you want to progress, you do not sweep your house 6 o'clock in the evening. Instead of Lakshmi bless you, she will curse you. You see it? Watch how your stove faces. You don't face south and cook, barakat will go. You don't leave your kitchen sink full with dirty wares, barakat will go. The lidrta will come. You don't quarrel 6 o'clock in the evening. Right? When you keep in your house dirty and you're not cleaning it and so on, dalidrta means blight and sourness will live there. Cleanliness is next to godliness. Get up and clean the place. Inside, outside, surrounded and so on. And you say, well, I get too old, I can't help it. Pay somebody and do it. That's why I work hard in the young days. Say it'll change when you can't do it. Keep your place clean. The divinities will come and reside here, devotees. We have a way of life. Do not cut nails, trim your hair on when? Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. Saturday is worse. Anytime you're trimming on a Saturday, you start to look real old, real fast. Your feet ears will start to look old, I'm telling you. Right? There are days to do things. Our forefathers used to tell us, but you say, old people, what they know. Do not get up after sunrise. You'll get sickly, and you'll get sluggish, and you'll get devotees, or you'll get keep back all the time. When the sun is rising, it brings with it, as the sun is breaking the horizon, the highest concentration of vitamin D, which is essential for the health of this body. Think about it. All these things, we have a way of life, and if you live it, you're going to see progress. Right? If you want to better your life and progress faster, stop eating meat, alcohol and meat and so on, and you keep this place as your focus in life, the mandir, and you're going to see the magic that will work. You know, I tell you, the scriptures tell us, if you live for the sake of your dharma will protect you. The only way to know if it does work, try it. You try it and see, and you will tell me afterwards. It is meant for that, devotees. But you see, Bhagavan does leave us, you know. You're free to live how you want. But remember, the Lord says, He stands just as an umpire in a cricket match and a referee in a football match. He don't take sides. You're responsible for your karmic situation. So after 180 years, look at where we were to where we are now. Yes, do we think that? Sit down and speak with old people and find out about how life was in long time days. Could you imagine life without a cell phone and without a telephone and without electricity and devotees? You had to walk barefoot, right? You making sapa to walk with. When a fella have a bicycle in the village, he like a king, you know. You can afford that, you understand? Think how life would have been in those days to what we enjoy now. And children still say no hard. It's hard, not lazy. Right? We spoil them to the extent, devotees, by not allowing them to become responsible. So blessed is that pathway of life our forefathers set for us. They brought with them their culture, their religion, their rites, their rituals, their clothing, their food, everything that will cause a people to survive. Praise be unto them. Praise be unto this pathway of Sanatan Dharma. Kako ek maar ye mitro Sanatan Dharma ki jai ho.
कहूँ एक बार हे मित्रों सनातन धर्म की जय हो।
करो प्रचारो दुनिया में सनातन धर्म की जय हो।
करो प्रचार दुनिया में सनातन धर्म की जय हो।
परे चाहे कष्ट लाखों ये ना छोड़ो धर्म अपने को।
परे चाहे कष्ट
लाखों ये ना छोड़ो धर्म अपने को। भले ही प्राण तक जावे सनातन
धर्म की जय हो।
सनातन धर्म की जय हो।
सनातन धर्म की जय हो।
बोलो सत्य सनातन धर्म की जय। Since we'll make 180 years, they should have some massive celebrations this year. On the 26th of this month of February is Maha Shivratri. The temple will be hosted for 5 nights like other mandirs and so on, from the 22nd to the 26th. That will go until Thursday morning, the 22nd, the 27th. Let us join in praises to Lord Shiva. Jai 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 Tripurari. Jai 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 Tripurari.
जय 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 त्रिपुरारी। जय 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 त्रिपुरारी।
ओ जय हे त्रिलोचन जय दुख मोचन जय हे मंगलकारी। जय 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 त्रिपुरारी।
जय 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 त्रिपुरारी।
ओ जय 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 त्रिपुरारी।
जय 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 त्रिपुरारी।
नकरंगे शीश जटा में शोभित गंगे मुक्ति प्रदायक शरण तरंगे। शीश जटा में शोभित गंगे अंग विभूत रमाये भोले। जय कैलाश बिहारी। जय 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 त्रिपुरारी।
जय 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 त्रिपुरारी।
ओ जय हे त्रिलोचन जय दुख मोचन जय हे मंगलकारी।
जय 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 त्रिपुरारी। जय 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 त्रिपुरारी।
गले रुद्र की माल कदिना मृग छाल भस्म तनु साजे। गले रुद्र की माल कदिना मृग छाल भस्म तनु साजे। तू ही चंद्र सोही भाल दिमक दिलता दूषण खंडन की जय त्रिशूल धरधारी। Ramapati Mahadev ki jai, Vishnu Bhagavan ki jai, Satya Sanatan Dharma ki jai, Sarvadevi Sarvadevata ki jai, Sadhu Guru ke Dandvat jai jai, Jai Sita Ram. So devotees, we take a dip once more, and once again this fathomless lake of nectar, the Shri Garuda Purana, a discussion between Bhagavan Vishnu himself and devotees, Garuda Ji. And again, it deals with the main issue of death and after death. More so, it deals with, again, a lot of knowledge as how we should really live in this world to prevent certain issues, karmic issues, and so on. It's not that Garuda did not know. He is close to Bhagavan Vishnu. But for our and for knowledge, and as long as we are, there'll be humans in this earth, this knowledge is valid. Again, the Garuda Purana is one of the 18 Purans, and it is not meant to offend anybody. It is not meant, as we say, to throw stone in anybody's garden. It is meant to gain knowledge, and unless it is read, we will not get the knowledge of it. So here, devotees, Bhagavan Vishnu continues to explain to Garuda Ji, and these kathas have been going on a while now, that after the soul has left the body when we leave this world, during the course of the 1 year, you have the Masik Shraddha, and then that 1 year Bhandara is done, whereby the soul faces Lord Yamaraj. Chitra and Gupta, who will sit on our shoulders, invisible people, they get your password, they get your file, and they open up and they start to call out all that you did on this earth with this body. Right? And you're doubting it, and so many other witnesses come to testify. And due to your balance of karmas, good and bad, which is very logical, realistic, and practical, the soul is destined the next body. And if you are destined that because of certain sins committed, you have to suffer, you have to be penalized for it, you have to go through the hells for it, devotees, then you have to go along that pathway. And again, this very old picture explains, when certain actions are committed, in the first, the top row, in the below row, it shows you how you have to suffer in hell. You have the various hells, devotees. It says 8,400,000, 21 of them are the most terrible. So the top row is the sin, and below is how you're paying for it. And again, you're going like that. Anybody wish to see it, you could see it afterwards. So whilst in this world, we commit actions, karmas, good and bad. Right? And that's why we are humans, we are not perfect. If we were perfect, we would not have been here, we'd have gotten moksha. So the Garuda Purana is to give us the knowledge to realize what is wrong from what is right. And keep trying, keep trying to keep doing good. What you already do, you can't undo it, but at least you can make an effort to better yourself. And so, devotees, the soul goes in the custody of the Jamdut, in the various hells to suffer, depending on the sins that has been committed by it. There are 4 gates today, the Lord of Justice, east, west, north, and south. Along that pathway of the negative ways, which is sinful pathway of life, you find that the soul does go along that pathway on the southern direction. The good and the righteous and those who try. So you see, Manu gave us the laws, how to live. And Bhagavan Shri Ram says in Ramayana, anybody tries his best to live along, well, let me say the commandments then, you become very close and dear to the Lord. But if you want to live for yourself as how you want and how you feel and whatever, is a democratic world, is a democratic universe, is a democratic home, everything is democracy now. No problem, live how you want. But again, the logical law of karma will play the part. You have to answer for what you do. And that's why these scriptures or the knowledge is spread up all over. And that's why the importance of satsang, so that this knowledge can be gained. Today again, with technology, it can reach a further radius or distance that many can benefit from it. And so, devotees, it tells you here that the soul going down that pathway to Lord Yamaraj, right? They are thrown in various dreadful hells where they have to suffer. Suffering to the extent that then you begin to regret. If I did know, if I did only know. According to Garuda Purana, the first thing when we go up there, they had to face the Lord as the judge. First thing you just beg, God, give me a chance. Give me one chance to go wrong back and go make every wrong right. And you're promising, they tell you, every time you come here, you're begging forgiveness and you want to start over. But every time I give you a chance to go wrong back, you just go back to square one. It don't make sense. You're a man to do the crime, stand up as a man and pay the fine. And that is the law of karma devotees. It's very logical, very realistic, and very practical. Let us see as Bhagavan Vishnu continues to educate us through the medium of Garudaji. Hari Om Sri Ganeshaya Namaha Saraswati Ay Namaha Guru Charan Kamalebhyo Namo Namam Om Sri Vishnu Ve Namaha Hari Om Tamisro ko Luha Shankucha ko Maha ko Rav Rav ko Shalyamali Rav Rav ka Kundamalaha ko Kala ko Sutra ko Hari Om Sri Putri Mitak Sanghato ko Lohito Dasya Savishya ko Sampratapana Ki Maha ko Niray ko Kakolilaw Hari Om Sanjivan ko Mahathaw Hari Om Avichira ko Nanda ko Tamitra Hari Om Sri Kumabho Papa Karasya Taivacha Hari Om Saptatampana ko Nabhay Kasya ko Pananiswe ko Kavingshati Sri Vishnu Bhagavan ki Jai. Sri Suji Maharaj bole ki Saunakadi Rishio Manvachan Karam Suno. All these kathas were also discussed upon in the Misharan Kshetra, where Sri Suji recited to the 88,000 of them. And as he explains devotees, it says here, Hari Om, isi prakar Garudaji 84 lakh narak ki hota hai. There are 8,400,000 different hells. And as we will look at it from a higher philosophical point of view, I don't know if it's literal, it can really relate to the bodies that we have to live in God's creation. Because you're born in this world. Remember, the 8,400,000 are divided into 4 categories called Andaj, Ukmaj, Pindaj, and Astravar. Lives that are born from wombs, mammals, lives that are born from eggs, like the lives that are sweat-born, microscopic and otherwise, and the plant kingdom. Coming into a body, look, you just know where you have to meet, where you have to pass through it, devotees. Right? Even the human, which is the highest. Plus all that come from wombs. All that born from eggs. Think about it. So even in the various bodies that we have in Bhagwan's creation, it's a hell to pass through. Nobody knows tomorrow what we can meet. Nobody knows what fate is waiting for us. Nobody knows that. Some people may have it good, some people again, you don't know. And Kali Yuga makes it worse, because this Kali Yuga is where the impossible will become possible and the unexpected is expected to happen. Anything could happen to anybody anytime in Kali Yuga. That is this age we are living in. We don't know. Right? So this possibly, it could be a hellish aspect too in this manner. Hari Om isme koi kis ko prakan ko bhayanak ko narak mein ki hota hai, of which 21 of them are the most dreadful hells where the soul suffers. You see, we have to understand that we're not only living on planet Earth. Planet Earth is one devotee's planet alone out of the whole issue of 14 planetary setting. There are 14 Bhuvan, 14 planets divided into 3 galaxies. We live in the middle one called the Milky Way. But you have those that are above and those that are below Earth. So it's not only Earth alone and the sky, it have other spheres in that manner. Rasatal, Patal, and Rasatal, and all of these and so on. Om Bhur-Bhaswa, and so on, going up there too. So devotees, 21 of them are most dreadful. And what are their names? They are devotees. Their names of the dreadful hells that are spoken about. Tamisra, right? Lokashanku, Maharaurav, Shalbali, Ko, Rau, right? Kundamal, Kala Sutra. You have again Putri Mritik, Sanghata, Lohitoda, Sarvishya, Sampratapan, Mahaniray, Kakola, Sanjivana, Sajivan Mahak Parta, Avichi, right? Adhyata Misra, Kumbhipaka, Sangratapin. Tapane यहाँ को नरक की होता है. These are devotees, the 21. What they represent? Darkness, iron spheres, very terrible devotees, very silk cotton trees, right? And all other things where you have the sufferation, someplace hot, someplace cold, someplace dark, someplace again. You know, it's so uncomfortable when the soul does have to pass through their suffering devotees. Hari Om Narayan Bhakti Kevalam. यहाँ को अनेकों तरह में को भेदों से को रचे हुआ है और नाना प्रकार के भोग से को हरिओम एवं अनेक हरिओम यमदूतों के को परिपूर्ण की होता है. श्री विष्णु भगवान की जय. So devotees, Bhagavan Vishnu is saying here, depending now on the, how you call it, your karmas, devotees that has been performed. The soul enters into these various, you get a special body now for torture, and you'll go to the various hells to suffer the consequences of the various sins that were committed by this body, and nobody gets away. Raja or rank, you could be the king or the vagrant. You could be the most educated or the illiterate. You could be the rich or the poor. Nobody gets away when you come into this. It's logical and practical. All forms of, in these hells, forms of diseases, afflictions, and so on, devotees. Different again, classes again. And the various fruits of your actions that were committed by here, you got to reap them in this manner. Right? And they're inhabited by multitudes of servants of Lord Yamraj to carry out the dandari penalties in this way. Hariom, is prakar narak me ko, hariom ko dharma varjita ko, पापिष्ट को मुरु को गिरता है कहा को हरिओम भूत नर को की को कल्पयंतन को वेद नाम को भोगते की होता है. He says devotees who find themselves devotees in this manner going across there. The sinful fool devotees, it says here, who is devout of righteousness. No aspect of righteousness in this body which is the human, the highest. You know what Kagbusun tell Garud? If in this world it have a human being blessed with his highest body, the human, out of God's creation of 8,400,000 species of life, and he don't like to listen to God's praises, he don't like satsang and kirtan and so on, that person's heart is no softer than a stone. Think of it, devotees. We have to go back and look at and see during the state of pregnancy, the 7th month when the fetus is fully conscious, and we make that promise to Bhagavan Vishnu that we'll serve him from birth to death. Right? Do we go back and think of that? And when you're born now, you put that aside. So being the, how you call it, devotees, being devotees, it says here, devoid of that righteous pathway of life, definitely that person fall into these hells or experiences the torment of such a place. Because you didn't promise to carry the promise that you made here before you were born. Hari Om, Isri Tatha Purusha ko, Hari Om, Sri ko, Paraspar ko, Adhika ko, Hari Om, Sri Vishay ko, Sukha, Sevane ko, Tamisra ko, Andhat Mitra ko, Rao Rao Narak ko, Yatne walo ki bhogate ki hota hai, Sri Vishnu Bhagavan ki jai. It says you suffer there sometime till the end of the age, you know. All right? Men and women devotees, they suffer the torments of Tamisra. Okay? You have again devotees, Andha Tamisra, Rao Rao, and other hells devotees which are produced devotees by the association devotees of the wrong, the ill, those who will take you down instead of take you up devotees. You see it? They always tell you, these proverbs go back long time, you know. Right? Be careful of the friend who you keep. For a friend is like a knob in an elevator. It can take you up or it can take you down. Right? The older one said, show me your friend and I'll tell you who you are. Think of it. Very important. Parent to look at the children, the friendship, who they keep with. That person who keep the friendship of those who are on the wrong side of life, who devotees, whose third eye is not open, that the light has not dawned, they're spelling the darkness for them, they only see this material world as real and true, and they become your friend. What a thief going to show you to do? How to thief, ain't it? But what a fella who like to make parasad going to show you to do? He going to teach you to make good parasad, and you're going to start to get accustomed inside here. So those who like to follow the wrong pathway of life, devotees, that will take you down. Definitely this body will be wasted. You're falling in these hells. So it's important, and that's why you see, Sri Ram tells Shabari, Pratama Bhakta Santana ki Sangha, Dusari Rati Mama Katha Prasanga. Get to like this holy company of Satsangh, where Puja, Kirtan and Bhagwan's Katha take place. Your third eye will open, the light of knowledge will dawn, dispelling the darkness of ignorance. You will then begin to realize your true self, who you are, not this body, but the Atma or the soul. That which comes into the body to bring life to it, and when it leaves, you say the person has died. That is the you and the me. Bhagwan bless us with this body. We are just like devotees, a traveler traveling, right, with a visa. The issue is that the visa is this human body, and the catch in it is, it do have, devotees, an expiry date on it. Anytime it could expire on you. Right? Kagusan tell Garuda and Ramayan, when lower creatures see the human, they just pray to the Lord and offer silent prayer, and a tear does drop from their eye. Lord, when will you bless me with this highest body, the human? Why? Because only with this human body is a karmic ladder which could lift the soul to the highest point, moksha, or sink it into metapsychosis in the lowest of 8,400,000 species. Only with this body you could practice Gyan, Vairag, and Bhakti, the acquisition of spiritual wisdom, controlling the senses of perception and the organs of action, and the development of Bhakti, of pure devotion to the feet of God. No other creature is blessed with it. None. You want to harness this and use it and elevate yourself, but it will depend now on the company that you keep. Keeping the company of the low and those who are perverse and those who third eye is not open, what they will lead you into? Carry you into materialism, and you get caught like this insect in the spider's web, and your whole life become wasted in it. You see? Definitely, devotees, you go down in this terrible hells where the soul suffers again and again. Hari Om Narayana Bhakti Kevala. इसी प्रकार कोई पुरुष ईश्वर को निमित्त को दानने को अतिरिक्त को ना करे, केवल की होता है. Those who devotees were householders in this life, but you live a selfish life, only you and your family alone. You never think of helping or giving or seeing about community issue and all these things and so on. One of the marriage vows is that the wife asks the husband, whenever you have to do social community work, you must ask me and let me accompany you. So your children will come out like that. If you're selfish and you're practicing selfishness, how your children will come out? How do you come out? They don't call it selfish, or they call it ming-piling. You're a ming-piling, real stingy, they don't want to give at all. Right? You never help a child devoid of education, or a person devoid of some, issue in life then, or whatever. When you fill your belly, that's for you. That's normal. It's when you give food to another who is hungry, that's where the blessing counts. Your duty is to educate your child. But if you take a child who is devoid of education and educate that child, that's where the blessing comes. When can we give? You can only give when God bless you with health and strength and the little resources you have. Give whilst you could give. Do whilst you could do. Right? Everything devotees. Do dinatopa hunai jagatame maya me bharamaya. All this selfishness in the house. And it had nothing to tie down your life like a house. That house has come like a chain on you with a heavy padlock, If you don't know how to get out from that house, you remain subdued there, Right? You have to learn to get out from it. and help in the community. Do good to the Lord and His creation with a guileless heart, per upakari. That is our main mission. Devoid of that, devotees, we start to beg up there for a chance. You didn't do it, I bless you, I give you the body, and I give you the resources, but you neglect to do your duty, head down there and suffer for it in this manner. Hari Om, devotees, Narayan Paramatamaye Namo Navam. आंतरिक को ना करे केवल को कुटुंब का को हरिओम भस्म को पोषण को तथा अनेक उदर के को हरिओम श्री भरता की होता है श्री वृंदावन बिहारी लाल की जाए. You never gave away anything, devotees, only sought after your own welfare at all. Right? You always want, but you don't like to give. What the common saying is, blessed is the hand that giveth, than the hand that receiveth. Watch a person who just like to give freely. That person always have. Always have. And that home is always blessed to have. It's a magic how it does work. When you like to give, devotees. For you know, it is realized with that. All these things are material things. God bless me with it here. I have to use it while I live in. But a day will come. Only one knock, you know. Kala danka bajaya. You know, you have to go to today. You have to go to there. Is there all these things I have to leave back here? He said, you can't carry it. Anything they put in the coffin, you're wasting it. And that can't help you up there. Do it whilst God bless you, devotees, with health and strength and whatever resources you have. Hari Om Narayana Bhakti Kevalam Charan Kamalebhyo Namo Namam. ऐसे को पुरुष को कुटुंब का अपने को देह की को छोड़कर परलोक को नरकादि को दुखों का को भोगता की होता है श्री विष्णु भगवान की जय. And so devotees, one again who only is family centered. Now it doesn't say you must neglect your family, right? You have, yes, that is an obligation we have as parents, to provide for family. But do you ever think you'd have a big question mark in life? How much is enough? Is it ever enough? More God give man is more man does want. Think about it. You see, happiness is not in the amount you have, but Kagbusun tell Garur, happiness is in santosham, which is to be a contented person. That is where happiness lies. Okay? And again, devotees, Narayana Bhakti Kevalam Charan Kamali. So devotees, the soul has to face the Lord, answer for what we did on this earth, and the devotees, accordingly now, it is going to find itself in the various hells, devotees, to suffer. Even after reach this highest body, the human, you know. You're going long back. Hari Om. अनेकभूत प्राणी के को वैर भाव को करने वाले शरीर को पोषण किया शरीर का को त्याग कर पापरू के पाथ पर को जो हरिओम सातले को एक की को जीव को नरक से को जाता की होता है. Having casted off this body, this physical body, which was nourished again at the expense of other creatures. Hear what Vishnu Bhagavan says. Having now cast off this body, that is when you leave it, which was nourished whilst you were living at the expense of other creatures. What do you understand by that? Huh? You have to eat those creatures to nourish your body. That's what I tell you. You see, you don't believe in devotees. The highest quality that is documented in the scriptures that any human could practice is to have anything that is higher than a himsa. And what is a himsa? Thou shalt not hurt another creature. Right? But if you go to practice it now, you have to become a vegetarian. You cannot practice a himsa and you are hurting another animal to nourish this body. No. We see a lot of people with devotees, a lot of high spiritual inclination in them. You've seen it in them just to keep moving forward. And you know what holding you back? The eating of meat. Right? because you can't practice the ahimsa. So you lived in this world at the expense of other creatures. You deprive them of their life just to nourish your body. Think of it. This is how it's simply put, you know. Okay? And such person, devotees, goes along to hell. Provision devotees with the opposite of happiness. Instead of you get happiness now, where's the opposite? Misery and suffering and all these things and so on. If a person is really and truly, everybody mightn't get on that pathway, but if you don't mention it, you would not know. At least, you see, if you eating meat and so on, when you reach a certain age, it's good to leave it. All right? When you start to grow older in life, it's better, devotees, vegetables and so on are better for digestion and, the body function and so on, to help digest and so on. And the harder the meat you eat is, the longer, the harder it is to digest. All right? For instance, a person who likes to hunt, when I reach a certain time, you have to give up that, and start to repent. You have to beg God, as Lord Shiva, for forgiveness, all them animals you kill. How many you left wounded in the forest? How many had a little orphan home? How many have died because that they don't have a mother or father to protect them now? All these, how much devotees? You just have to leave it and just have to repent and beg forgiveness. See it? Because every action has a reaction to it. That's the law of karma. Here devotees, Vishnu Bhagwan says, you nourish this body at the expense of the life of other creatures. What happened? You head down in that direction. Hari Om, इसी प्रकार को अन्य कोई भी ना को संग नहीं को जाता, ईश्वर को याद त्याग कर को कुटुंब का को पोषण किया, इसको दैव प्रेरित को पाप का संचम करने को नरक जीव को भोगता है, श्री विष्णु भगवान की जय. Here devotees, it says that again. Here, the experiences, devotees, sufferation in foul hells, F-O-U-L, where things really bad in those hells that you're talking about there. All right? What is ordained by his fate. Due to the balance of karmas, when they balance it up there, and we will doubt, I didn't do that, and I didn't do this, and I didn't do that. Well, the more witnesses come to testify. Right? You have no say there. You have to just keep quiet. You could hire the best lawyer up there to fight a defense case for you. You can't win up there. It's logical, realistic, and practical. We carry these two people, Chitra and Gup, they document everything you do. When time to testify, they read out. Right? Coming to as witnesses here are the 5 elements of the body: earth, water, fire, air, ether. And more witnesses come, the sun, the moon, the rain, and the forces of nature. The sons and the daughters-in-law of Lord Brahma, the Sravanas and Sravanis. And you name it, so much more come to it. And with the balance of karma, that's how it is seen. Okay? So good will bring good, but wrong can't bring good. Right? You know what is the great thing about Kali Yuga? Let me tell you. Kali Yuga is the worst age. Right? The worst age out of the 4, but it's the best age. Because Kali Yuga has, and that's why Raja Parikshit allowed Kali Yuga to live in Bhagavad. A man devotees in Kali Yuga, right, has the privilege, unlike the other ages, where, let me say, you could contact the law of karma by burning bad karmas. We have the privilege in Kali Yuga that we can burn bad karmas committed by us from previous and present birth and begin to build good ones. But we have to make up your mind when to start. Procrastination is the thief of time. We just always want to start it, but you put it off. Right? Gita explained, if you live for the sake of the Bhagavad Gita, you burn bad sins and create good karmas. Eating the remnants, devotees of any yag burns away bad sin and build good karmas. Anyhow you could use this body towards making a yag happen, burns your bad karmas and build good ones. So we have a privilege. Right? We have a privilege. You could still help yourself. But you have to get on that pathway. You could only, admonish somebody, tell them and show them, but you can't force them. As they say, one man could take the horse to the river, but 100 men could try to get it to drink. If horse say, yeah, drinking, he ain't drinking. You understand? But you don't give up trying. You keep trying all the time. And that is important of environments like this Satsangh. And you have to be very thankful that we can still find ourselves in it. So that is the blessing in Kali Yuga. That's why men in Satyug, Treta and Dwapar beg Bhagwan Vishnu that they could born back in Kali Yuga. Because in this age you have a blessed privilege, even easier and faster than those ages where the soul could get moksha, oneness with Prabhu. Hari Om Narayana Bhakti Kevalam Charan Kamalibhyo Aurako Dukhi Ki Hota Hai. And so the soul suffers in these various hells and so on. Some, again, philosophers say, earth is part of hell. Right? You suffer part of it here. It'll be all there. When you leave after, you go back again and you have to suffer and suffer and suffer. Plenty of people go through a hellish issue here. Plenty of people go through a heavenly sphere here also. Right? Some enjoy and some under pressure. Hari Om. किसी का को धन को जाति से जैसे जीव दुखी की होता है. And so devotees, what happened? Narayan, it's just like a person says who was as an invalid and you lost all your wealth. You can't get up to see to help yourself to find it back where they or whatsoever stop the person. So to down there in that position, you have no choice. You have to stay quiet, humbly grumble, and accept what punishment is coming to you. All right? It done do already. Here, devotees, all you think now was that while you were living, supporting family, everything for a selfish purpose. And during the issue of supporting the family, think of how much wrong we just do. All for family's sake. How much people we rob, how dishonest we have been to acquire certain things in our possession. Do we get everything in the righteous way? Think about it. Did we bump somebody off the road just for you to get the opportunity on it? Did we rob somebody just that we try a smart thing here and there, we con somebody and just for what? Material thing. And in the end, that knock. Anything you put in this coffin here, the jump to telling you, yeah, makes sense, you know. You go burn up in 5 minutes over there or rot in the ground. And you kill yourself for it. Prabhu, give one chance now, let me go wrong now, correct it up. He said, boy, every time you come here, you're begging. And when I send you down, you go back to square one. You're hearing? If you do like Karan, right? When Karan in the Mahabharata went up there, I tell him, he said, I'm hungry. They said, well, give him gold and silver to eat. He said, well, how go eat that? So they tell him, but you never give food in your whole life. So what you give here, is that what you give you? That's just stockpiled there. Bring gold and silver. So he said, I can't eat that. And Karan begged for the opportunity to come back down. And he used that 15 days that he had to make the gift of food, which is the greatest gift any human could make. We read those kathas in Bhagavad and Shiv Puran. There is no gift greater than the gift of food. See it? And that is where the Pitrapaksh period comes in. For that 15-day period, the greatest gift you could give to the Pitras and others, food. Not only who gone, you feed people who live in too. And every aspect of God's creation you feed. Right? The humans, the dog, the birds, the worms, the insects, everybody and so on, you give food. Nothing greater than that. But again, we had just to stray a bit. Food is categorized. You had Devata food and Rakshas food. What is Devata food? Vegetarian food, pure food. And what is Rakshas? A demon food, meat, blood, and flesh. So which one are you going to give? Because you got to say, Om Siddhi Krishna Arpan. Lord, I offer it to you. Which one you going to offer to Krishna Bhagavan? That's why you have to be veggie. It's the highest diet to really live on. If you can do it, but it's good to think of it. But it has to come naturally from your heart. But you'll be practicing the highest quality, ahimsa, when you go that direction. And so, devotees, let us, as it says here, not be, selfish in life, but devotees, let us be selfless in life and help, and do, devotees, as much as you can do. For the time will come when devotees, as I always say, when you're young, you feel you'll not get old. When you're healthy, you just feel you'll not get sickly, and you won't have to walk with a stick or a walker to help you. Nobody knows what waits with us down the road. If God bless you, and you had the blessing to still live to get old, you're sure to reach that age self. So again, philosophers tell us, what you have to do tomorrow, do it today, and what you have to do today, do it now. For you know not if tomorrow will ever reach. And that's why the wise say, I don't know if when I go home tomorrow is my last day. Let me try and do the best today, you see. Right? And tomorrow come, nothing will happen. Next day, ticket, after tomorrow is my last day, boy. Let me try and do the best tomorrow now. Look for good to do with his body, and you continue like that, you will stay on the pathway of goodness. Right? You will stay on the pathway of goodness, and this is what will help you to elevate, help you to burn bad karmas, and help you to keep building good ones. And so the knowledge will increase, because what happened? According to Lakshman in Ramayana, you will develop an aversion for the material world. Right? Lakshman tells Guharat, the only time you can develop pure devotion to God, you have to create a dislike for this material world. Right? You have to live in it like the lotus. Live in it, but live out of it at the same time. Detached in this way. It must not attract you. And you will see, devotees, how blissful and meaningful this life will then be. Hari Om. Iti Sri Garuda Purana Sarudware ko yamayatana ko nirupanang nam tritiyo adhyay samapti. Bolo Sri Vishnu Bhagavan ki jai. Prem se boliye Sri Vishnu Bhagavan ki jai. So this has brought us to the church chapter in Sri Garuda Purana, devotees. Since we started the reading of it, that is a day after we have had the Srimad Bhagavat Yajna. I think we had started, and then we had a break for Ram Leela and all these things and so on. So we continue devotees in this manner. So we still have a lot of time, so let us see in chapter 4 what it tells us. Hari Om Shri Vishnuve Namaha Mama Pujitam Prati Grihitam Vishnu Bhagavan ki jai. इसी प्रकार हरिओम कैगक्षंती को महा को भागे वैतारन यंको हरिओम पनिंत को कै को पापय को नरक के को यान्ति तम से कथा को केशवा सदैवा को कर्म को निरता को शुभ कर्म को हरिओम श्री परार मुखा नरकान को रकं यान्ति को दुखं को भया भयम श्री विष्णु भगवान की जय. हरि भक्ति केवलम बम पूजितम प्रतिगृहितम. Here devotees have been supported by unrighteous means. Devotees, a person who devoted his life and again tread the pathway of unrighteous ways to maintain his family, devotees, you go and rob somebody and you take all their belongings and you come in now. You're destroying a set of them with all kind of narcotics and whatsoever, and you want to give down now. Think how our lives are destroyed here, and you live in by that and you're happy with it. The manner in which the income, let me tell you something, long ago, a pandit, a brahmana will find out first what type of job you're doing before they take that china from you, They will not take it, because it depends on your source of your income. You're taking all that fella sin on your head. People have a tendency to say, well, Baba, good boy, go to my shop, look at alu and flour and get in there. Every Siddhari Baba take, his sin he taken from you, he releasing you and taking it on him. Realize that, eh? They will check the source of income before they take anything from you. They're taking it so. Eh? Today the game playing. They want to know where it come from. Eh? One says that in that manner. So having thus by righteous means devotees, definitely that soul goes to a terrible hellish region called Andatako Bisra, which is the place of a total darkness. So when you do the shaving now, and the Bhandara, Baba say, oh, do not go down, put a lamp and make sure it lighten. Right? So the Baba goes sankalap karit on behalf of the soul. But what Baba want to do with lamp now? The gift of the lamp does help the soul there in that place of darkness. This is where the gift appears there. Just as the gift of the cow appears to help the soul to cross Vaitarani, all these gifts that are made is on behalf of the soul. Very important. He Garur Hari Om Narayan. या जीव को हरिओम मनुष्य लोक में को नीचे जीतते को नरकादि कई उसमें को अनुक्रम से भोग को तरंतर को पवित्र हो पुनः जीव यहाँ को आता है अर्थात को नरकी को यातना को भोग कर पाप को छीन हो जाने जीव को मनुष्य लोक में प्राप्ति होता है श्री विष्णु भगवान की जय. And having experienced in due order devotees the torments below, what happens? He comes here again purified. After going through all of that, when you pass through and pay for all your sins and so on, then you get to come back here. Then you get to come back devotees, having suffered the fate of your actions, your karma and so on. Right? You don't just you say the person die and now this person leave this world and he's in paradise in the arms of the Lord and what not. No. Everybody had to face the Lord and answer for what you did with this body. Hari Om. Garur ji bole ki he Bhagwan. Garur asks Lord Vishnu, बिन को पापों को जीव को यम मार्ग को जाता है और किन पापों के वैतारिणी नदी को गिरता की होता है. Tell me, Lord, for which sins do they go wrong that way of sufferation where the Vaitarani river is? Huh? Who headed in that direction which is on the southern gate? Remember there are 4 gates, east, west, north and south. You have the various upper tiers of the body, the upper, the lower. A righteous person, when he dies, the soul leads to the upper tiers, to the ears, to the eyes, to the nose and to the mouth. The sinful one, the soul most time leads through the lower ones, which is the anus or the private organ. And definitely you head in south. Right? इसी प्रकार के नारायण भक्ति केवलम इसी प्रकार सबको भयो बिरतार को पूर्वक को मरिका को कहिए. भगवान विष्णु बोले गरुड़ शुभ कर्म को वियो के राह सदा को अशुभ कर्म की होता है. भगवान विष्णु tell him, it depends on the type of karmas the person perform with his body. Good or bad, it depends then. All right? And devotees, devotees who turn away from the good pathway of life, preventing from doing good deeds with this body, and always delight in wrong things, devotees, they go from hell to hell to hell, suffering and suffering, because you would have committed karmas. And with the karmas, you have to bhoge that, you have to beat it out, devotees. फिर नरक में को जाता है और दुख से क्वंतर पुण्य को का. हरि ओम. श्री दुख होता अर्थात को पापों के पुरुष को सदा काल को दुखादि का को अनुभव के करते की होता है. श्री विष्णु भगवान की जय. Now an account of the type of sins that lead you to those hellish region, devotees, in this manner. What are some of them? Dharamrajpur में को 4 को ध्वजा है. The city of Yamraj has 4 gates, 4 directions to reach it. और में को पूर्व पश्चिम, उत्तर को दक्षिण, east, west, north and south. तो धर्मात्मा पुरुष जाते केवल को दक्षिण द्वार में को पाप पुरुष की होता है. The righteous who try on that pathway go along the east, west and the north. But the sinful go along the southern pathway devotees. आप चित दायक को दक्षिणा द्वारकों के मार्ग में को बीच ने एक वैतारिणी नाम को नदी की होता है. On the southern direction towards the gate of Lord Yamraj, there's that terrible river called the Vaitarani river, which we mentioned before. उसको पापी पुरुष को गिरते है, मैं को उसका कथा की होता है. And the sinful devotees head along that pathway, and with great sufferation, if they can, most of them not, they fall into that river and suffer. The soul suffers. Now, how do we know now? Can I say, look, you see, me going down the southern direction? Can we say that? Everybody in this world do right and wrong. We do good and bad. We do it consciously and unconsciously. So nobody really knows which road you're going. Which gate you're going to. Is the east, the north, the west, or the south? We don't know. But as you say, let me prepare for the worst. Right? Supposing devotees, it heads down that southern direction where the Vaitarani river is, due to karmas committed by this body. Hari Om. आपति को दाया को दक्षिणा कुमार में बीच ने एक वैतारिणी river होता है. That river is on that direction. And who goes along? Definitely you go in that direction. Brahmhatya, a person who kills a holy Brahmana. Right? He goes in that direction. Hariom Madira ko pane wale ki hota hai. People who like to drink alcohol. Definitely you're going in that direction. Hariom Gau Hatya karne wala ki hota hai. A person who kills cows. Gau Hatya. You will go down on that direction. The southern gate. Hariom Balaghati ki hota hai. Infanticide, that is killing little children, infants and so on. Hari Om, Istri ko ghati ki hota hai. Murderers of women folk. Killing a lady is a terrible sin. Hari Om, Garbha ko ka girne wala ki hota hai. Abortion or destroying embryos, devotees in the mother's womb lead you on that pathway. Hari Om, Guptame ko papane karne wala hai. And those who commit secret sins, devotees, right? If nobody and no one, nobody has seen about it, you're going on that direction. Remember, Chitra and good mark down everything, you know. You can't get away. Hariam Guru ko drabyarta ki hota hai. A person who steals the wealth of his guru, his teacher or his spiritual guide and otherwise. Deva drabyarta ki hota hai. Brahman ko Hari Om Vyarta ki hota hai. A person, devotees, who takes again, it says here, the property of the temple or the Brahmanas. You see this place, you have to be real careful. Always make sure you bring here that to take away. Right? Always make sure you bring instead you carry. Right? Because people put their hard sweat to contribute here and you taking that, you're looking for real trouble. You're going on south. You're going on the south direction. Hari Om Narayana Bhakti Kevalam. Hari Om. कि विश्वास को दिलाकर उनके को धन को हरने वाला की है. The person who takes away the possession of females, ladies folk, you know, ladies considered pretty fairer sex, right? And taking their, or robbing them of their wealth and their belongings and so on, is a terrible sin that head you along the Vaitarani river. Yes, if you read this, you can't know. And that's what there is for information. Balako ka dhan ki hota hai. A person who steals some children. Innocent children, you steal their belongings, you know. Suddenly put a nice gold chain and thing for them and so on, you know. And you take that, you're looking for real trouble. Right? Hari Om Narayan Dribya Udwar Lite Bar ko dine wala hai. Do not, those who do not repay when you borrow. Today is the habit. People like to borrow, but you have to keep reminding, hey, Adilenia, you know. When you want it, you're going to come and find ways. And after you get it, they forget. Devotees, these people don't get away. Long time they used to tell you when you had cocoa land, you had to born as a donkey and come and tote cocoa in the land. That's how you used to born back. Anytime you borrow and you don't pay, you're heading in the southern direction to that Vaitarani River, and you have to suffer for that. Because Raghukula Riti Sadachal Yai Prana Jai Varuna Jai. You know, before you borrow, but you want a promise to pay back. It could be $5, $10, $100, $1,000, how much? And you are paying back that devotees. That should be priority. Do you know long time when a father died, the first thing the son used to want to find out, who my father the owing. Who my father owed if he had borrowed and so on, and pay out all that debts. That his father's soul could go freely. So he was glad when the person died. Well, he had to pay back the man again. He done that already. Ain't it? No, devotees. Those who do not repay what is borrowed. All right? Hari Om. Viswas Ghati. Hari Om Jahako Ramisrako Anako Dinako Marniwala Ki Hota Khai. And those who misappropriate deposits. You had a treasurer, and you had to balance the book, and you could fix it to suit. Or in the financial institution or whatsoever, and misappropriating funds. Like for instance, we have the year coming up. So people say, Babs, this is for the year, okay? Hold this now. But nobody has seen when he gave me it. And I put it in my pocket and I stay quiet. And say, back, come on, go away. Eh? You feel so? You're now looking for trouble. You're now looking for trouble. Misappropriating public funds, devotees. Not only Mandir and the government and all over where you are given that responsibility and you misappropriate it, you have to answer up there. It is mentioned here in Shri Garuda Purana. You do not get away, devotees. The person who betrays confidence again, somebody trusts you, right? Because they know you're close to you, they have that trust in you and so on, and you betray that confidence, you're going down there. Hari Om, Papa Purush ko aur ke ko avagun ko grano ke ko guna ki prashansa na kare. Gunavan ko Purush isko karne wale. Hari Om Shri Niche Jati Purush mein rehne ko rakhe ki hota hai. Those who kill with poisonous food. Now, we have to find out this, eh? Is it that you put poison in food and give somebody to eat? Yes. But what's about you put poison in the food and give the rat to eat? And the cockroach? And all the other God's creatures? Ain't you poison them? Remember, we have to practice ahimsa. Do not hurt another creature. That's what I tell you. Nobody could live perfect here. Because if you give them rat a chance, they override you and they take you, they put you out of the house, you know. Yeah? If you give cockroach a chance. And most of the things we used to kill them is poison. It's poison. We do it. But killing by poisoning food, devotees, is a terrible sin that could lead you down that pathway. The person who sees upon the fault and depreciates the merit, you know. You're jealous of the man because things going good with him and you're only waiting for a little fault that you could bring him right down back. You hate to see him progress, but you want to pull him down. That person going down in hell. Right? The person, jealousy. One fella think how many vehicle jealousy kills. You, right? Jealousy really kills. When you're jealous of another, you don't know how much effort the person make to reach where he is. You creep before you walk. But you want to sit down and fan breeze whole day and God must put you in the same position like he. Get up and get. Sakal padarat yehi jagamahi karamahi nararpa vakinai. Right? The person, devotees, Hari Om. Satasangi ko bibuko muruki hota hai. The person, devotees who are attached to the wicked and don't like satsang. You're born in an owl show when you come back. Because the owl likes the darkness of the night, you don't like the light of the day. And you're going down the southern direction. This is the place to help us. This is the place that will give you the knowledge to realize your true self, who you are, and help preventing making serious mistakes, devotees, that could lead us down and down into the southern gate. Hari Om Narayan. People who are very foolish, muruki hota hai. Our scriptures tell us you must strive to be clever and wise. right? No matter who you are, educate yourself. Long time people couldn't read and write, but they had intelligence. Today have so much. Every day we're supposed to read a little scripture and educate ourselves. Right? A foolish person, blessed with this, well, if you have something really you can't help it, then it's different. But a normal person should educate as best as you can, not only academic sense, spiritually too. Guru ka ko devi ko ninda wale, aur ko Purana ko veda mahimsa ki hota hai. A person who turns away from the company of the good. You're trying to get somebody on that pathway and they don't like it. Kakbusan tell Garuda, keep far from that person, because he got pull you down instead of you pull he up. Right? He going down shore. The person who despises places of pilgrimage, holy spots, devotees, you don't like them, you don't like to be there, you desecrate such places and so on. You're going down to that pathway. Adi ko dushan ko lagane ko wale ki hota hai. The person, devotees who don't like the company of good ones to help you elevate, be it on the spiritual side, be it on the educational side, academic side. And today you're begging young children, educate yourself, learn a skill, don't waste your youth. This is the foundation of your whole life. You might be good academically, but today in a blessed thing, if you're good with your hands, anything you can do. Right? But when you're going to, when you get old, you're going to learn to weld, and you're going to learn to straighten and paint, or do electrician, or you want to do air condition and you can't climb the ladder then, is when you're young. Build your foundation from now and be self-independent, where you don't have to depend on another. Hari Om Narayan Bhakti Kevalam. इसी प्रकार दूसरों के दुखी देखकर को आपको प्रसन्न होने वाले, सुखी का को दुख को मानने वाले, हरि ओम श्री कटु वचन को बोलने वाला को मन में भी को बराबर को रखने वाले, हित की बात ता नहीं की, हरि ओम सुनने वाले के, हरि ओम शस्त्र की को ज्ञा की किसी को समय की होता है, श्री विष्णु भगवान की जय. A person devotees again who condemns the scriptures and don't like the scriptures and desecrates it and so on, he going down there. Those who again, you feel happy when you see somebody suffering. It's good for him, I'm glad. Yeah. When you see the person suffering, you happy and you're dancing and you're glad for him. No. That is not a saintly quality. You must feel a pain when you see others suffering. And the same way when somebody is elevating, God bless him, send him up further in life. I heard sometimes for some people, but these are the qualities. When you live that pathway, it send you down there instead of, help you to go further in life. The person who like to use this power of vachan, which is word, voice, and you speak in ill, it has nothing like bad talking the next person. They call it ninda kare. Such a terrible sin, devotees. All these and many others. What happened? They lead you down on that sudden gate, devotees, where the terrible Vaitarani river is, and where souls find difficulty in crossing, unless certain things were done during the time when you were living. Or it could still be done after, devotees, if you have dedicated sons and so on who could help you along that pathway. So devotees, as I told you that Garuda Purana is meant to educate, to inform, and not devotees to abuse anyone. So Bhagavan Vishnu continues this katha as devotees will continue on next week Thursday. Prem se boliye Sri Vishnu Bhagavan ki jai, Vrindavan Bihari Lal ki jai. Simiti say, little by little the basket is full. 24 years you take with Bhagavad, and we're going to Garuda Purana now. So it tells you again, if you can just take one of all that was said here tonight and try to practice it, it is going to help. So Bolo Shri Vishnu Bhagavan ki jai, Vrindavan Bihari Lal ki jai. As we stop here, we say thanks very much, devotees, to Elena Jagannath, who performed puja tonight. Very religious, godly child, doing well academically and spiritually. And she did puja tonight on behalf of Mr. Savi Ramcharan. On Monday was her birthday. Happy belated birthday, right? But unfortunately, she's in a state of mourning. She has lost her dear son. but she still wanted to make this contribution. May again that the merits accrue from tonight's again, what you have contributed tonight, and the Katha devotees, may merits go to that Atma or soul of your late son. Okay? Thanks so much. Our bhojan tonight again, prepared, catered by Ms. Savi Ramcharan, and devotees are prepared in the same manner. Parasat tonight sponsored by Han, prepared by Kamalan Alan. God bless you all. And she celebrated her birthday on the 10th of February, which was Monday gone. May Bhagwan continue to bless you. Okay? Next week, Thursday, we have Keshavi Punwasi, who will do puja on behalf of her mom, a birthday and so on too. So thanks so much for all these contributions. Tonight, before we go into, how you call it, RT, I want to call upon our president, Mr. Navin Singh. He has, you want to do that now, right? Okay. But before again, we have on the 16th of March will be Phagwa Holi. The venue is the Sanigrani Hindu School, and the Sanigrani Phagwa Committee consists of the youths in the Mandir right here. We never had a fundraising event here for the longest while, and the vote is we don't want to sell our beer and do that, distribute it freely. But everything costs going up, so we had to look for some way to help us. The temple has agreed to help us along that line, and from now until the end of the month, the RT that is collected on a Thursday night will go towards purchasing Abir powder and helping with the Phagwa committee for the celebration on Sunday, the 16th of March. Right? So your contribution will go to helping towards keeping our culture and dharma alive. So we look forward to Mahashivaratri coming up on the 26th. Our first Ramlila meeting will be Friday 28th in the meeting temple here for this year 2025. This will make it 35 years we have been celebrating Ramlila, and probably might look at what could be done for that. We have nobody for full moon katha for next month of March, which will fall on the 13th of March. Right? I think that's a Thursday. Yeah, Thursday the 13th of March. A great opportunity if anybody would like to host the full moon katha. Right? Bolo Shri Vishnu Bhagavan ki jai, Umapati Mahadeva ki jai. Let us stand, please. We join in Arati or devotee who did puja. Please commence the Arati. Hari Om Yanikani Chapapani Janamantar Gretani Ta Tani Tani Vinashanti Pradakshina Pare Pare. Jaya Jagadish Hare Swami Jai Jagadish Hare Bhakta Jano ke Sankat Bhakta Jano ke Sankat Chand mein dur kare Om Jaya Jagadish Hare Jo nyave pal paave स्वामी दुख बिन से मन का सुख समपति घर आवे सुख समपति घर आवे कष्ट मिटे तन का ओ जय जगदीश हरे ओ मात पिता तुम मेरे ओ शरण गहु मैं किसकी स्वामी शरण गहु किसकी तुम बिन और न दूजा तुम बिन और न दूजा आश करो मैं जिसकी ओम जय जगदीश हरे तुम पूरन परमात्मा और तुम अंतर्यामी स्वामी तुम अंतर्यामी पार ब्रह्म परमेश्वर पार ब्रह्म परमेश्वर तुम सबके स्वामी ओम जय जगदीश हरे तुम करुणा के सागर तुम पालन करता स्वामी तुम पालन दयालु कृपालु
दीन दयालु कृपालु कृपा करो भरता ओम जय जगदीश हरे
तुम हो एक गोचर सबके प्राणपति स्वामी
सबके प्राणपति
किस विधि मिलव दया में
किस विधि मिलहु दया में तुम हो वैकुंठी ओम जय जगदीश हरे
दीन बंधु दुख
हरता तुम रक्षक मेरे
स्वामी
तुम रक्षक मेरे
करुणा हस्त बढ़ावो करुणा शरण परान तेरे ओम जय
जगदीश हरे
विषय
विकार मिटाओ
पाप हरो देवा स्वामी
पाप हरो देवा
श्रद्धा भक्ति बढ़ावो
श्रद्धा भक्ति बढ़ाओ संतन की सेवा ओम जय जगदीश हरे
जय जगदीश हरे स्वामी जय जगदीश हरे
भक्त जनों के संकट दास जनों के संकट क्षण में दूर करे
ओम जय जगदीश
हरे
ओम जय जगदीश हरे ओम जय जगदीश हरे
हरे
जय जय राधा रमन हरि बोल जय जय राधा रमन हरि बोल
जय जय राधा रमन हरि बोल जय जय राधा रमन हरि बोल
हरि बोल
हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल
जय जय सीताराम हरि बोल जय जय सीताराम हरि बोल
जय जय सीताराम हरि बोल जय जय सीताराम हरि बोल
ओ हरि बोल
हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल
ओ हरि बोल
हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल
श्री सीताराम 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 जय सीताराम बोलो श्री सीताराम
सीताराम सीताराम जय सीताराम
बोलो श्री राधे श्याम राधे श्याम
राधे श्याम जय राधे श्याम
बोलो श्री
राधे श्याम राधे श्याम राधे श्याम जय राधे श्याम सीताराम जय सीताराम राधे श्याम जय राधे श्याम
बोलो श्री विष्णु भगवान की जय We humble and prayerful submission, giving thanks to the Lord for these moments that we have had in this holy environment of Satsangh. Hari Om Shantakaram
भुजगशयनं
Padmanabham
सुरेशं
Vishwadharam
गगनसदृशं
Meghavarnam
शुभांगं
Lakshmikantam
कमलनयनं
Yogi Virdyanagam Vande Vishnu Haram Sarvalokaikanatham Om Tvameva Mata
शपिता त्वमेव
Tvameva Vando
शगसखा त्वमेव
O Tvameva Vidya
द्रविणं त्वमेव
त्वमेव सर्वं मम देव देव। ओम शांति 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 हरि ओम। प्रेम से बोलिए श्री विष्णु भगवान की जय, उमापति महादेव की जय, सीतापति रामचंद्र की जय, पवन पुत्र हनुमान की जय, गुरु रामानंद स्वामी की जय, आदिशक्ति जगदम्बे माता की जय, वृंदावन बिहारी लाल की जय। प्रेम से सत्य सनातन धर्म की जय, सर्वदेवी सर्वदेवता की जय, साधु गुरु के दंडवत जय 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 सीताराम। आपकी आसन लीजिए, प्लीज बी सीटेड, बी रिमाइंडेड आफ्टर आरती. You have prasad and meals are prepared for everyone. Could you see Mrs. Aviram Charan? Please, Patik.